Good morning, guys. How y'all doing? It's Jen. Happy Saturnday, everybody. Well, we got some blue skies today here in Northeast Pennsylvania. That's my neck of the matrix. And today's Saturday, March 7th, 2020, and it is 7:59 a.m. Love those sevens. Triple sevens, baby. I've been getting sevens like crazy lately, and that's my numerology number, so I love it, love it, love it. And especially when it's a 7-day like today and it happens to fall on a Saturnday, which, being a Capricorn, Saturn is the ruling planet of Capricorn, and Saturdays are my absolute best days to channel, to connect with spirit, to have one-on-one time with God, and to receive messages or guidance or answers or seek guidance from my spirit team. So, okay guys, I'm gonna let me just make sure I didn't hit a button there. I'm gonna take it indoors because it's brutally cold, and as we all know, Florida girl Jen doesn't like this Pennsylvania winter. Okay, so I'm coming inside and I'm going to run through the messages, downloads, whatever you want to call them, that I've gotten over the last 24 hours or so, maybe a little bit more, but my fingers are frozen, like they're red. Anyways, if any of you guys checked out my video from this past week where I talked about the skin condition issue that I have going on right now, it seems to be doing a lot better, so I'm really thankful for that. And I may come out of my bedroom prison cell now. Go out into the public. Okay, so one of the things I wanted to definitely talk about is the full moon that we are having on Monday. Monday's full moon is also a super moon. There are going to be 3 supermoons this year. This month, March, April, and May. So get ready. Especially anyone out there who, like me, the moon is a detriment in your birth chart. It can be a little sketchy during lunar cycles. For me, anyways, personally. So that's one thing I wanted to touch on, was some of the symptoms that I suffer from during extreme lunar and or solar events due to the aspect in my birth chart, as well as some of the things you can do to help alleviate those symptoms if you're going through a lot of discomfort like I do. So I took some time and I just documented when these things would happen, how I was feeling, my mood, my appetite, sleep schedule, you name it. And then I made adjustments and tweaked what I could, where I could, such as eating healthier or taking some extra supplements, making sure I have lots of water on hand, doing things to combat the negative effects. Okay, so the number syncs that I have been getting heavy for the last 24-48 is 111, 222, 88, 66, 316, and it's 316. It keeps flashing John 3:16, the Bible verse. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever should believeth on him would not perish, but would have everlasting life. That's John chapter 3, verse 16. And that's also March 16th. And I was given the message that March 16 is a significant date. I don't know anything beyond that. I've also gotten 919 as well as 808 and 16. Now, the reason I definitely wanted this effects and symptoms and remedies as far as lunar and solar cycles is concerned is because not only is Monday's worm supermoon, super full moon, there's also solar flares, CMEs, solar winds, and then to put the cherry on top of the ice cream or whipped cream, however it goes, lots of space junk, space debris, and that is asteroids, meteors, meteorites, comets, and there are a lot right now that are incoming into Earth's atmosphere. And I noticed, again, personally for me, excuse me, that when, especially asteroids, when they come in, I suffer severe anxiety, nervousness, restlessness, worry, panic, and things like that, like scatterbrain, chaos, and I'm like, so I'm already prepared. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so I compiled the symptoms, the effects that I have suffered, and I jotted them down. So these are some of the things you can expect to experience. And I would like to state before I continue that I am not a licensed physician here in Merca. And that being said, I am not giving medical advice here. I am offering my personal opinions and suggestions for educational purposes here on my YouTube channel. And I always have a copyright in my description. Okay, so some of the symptoms are, you ready? Because there's quite a few. So, oh yeah, I'm 43 now, which is another 7. And these 43 years with these lunar cycles all my life, not literally. I'm not suicidal. Let's just make that very clear. And Saturn hasn't been in placement in 30 years, and Mercury retrograde, and I'm just like, I feel like in the movie The Wedding Singer, Adam Sandler, when he sings, "Somebody kill me, please. Put a bullet in my head." It's hilarious. Okay, so here we go. Ready? Hyperactivity, argumentative personality, pessimism, destructive thought patterns, behavioral outbursts, poor focus, poor concentration, tics, muscle twitches, poor impulse control, mind fog, blurred vision, achy muscles and or joints, muscle spasms, heart palpitations, shortness of breath, dizziness upon standing, nervousness, worry, irritability, tiredness, nightmares, moodiness, sadness or depression can worsen, sleepiness or insomnia, short temper, quick to anger, sleep paralysis, frustration, aggravation, impatience, boredom, fatigue, and high anxiety. Whew. Okay, luckily, there are remedies. So I wrote down a few things, 5 things to be exact here. Number one, no matter what, the very first thing you always do is breathe. Take a slow, intentional, deep, full breath. And this applies in all situations, in all circumstances, anytime, anywhere, with or without anyone. So I have a method that I made up some years back, and I was probably in my 20s, I think. And I've suffered anxiety my entire life. So panic attacks and emergency room visits and anti-anxiety medications and over it. So I came up with a method and I named it 4 to the 4th power. So 4 to the 4. And what you do is you take a deep breath in, you inhale to the count of 4, and then you hold the breath to the count of 4, and then you exhale to the count of 4, and you pause to the count of 4, and you repeat that 4 times. And by the time you do that 4 times, even if you are seeing red at your boiling point up to here, like eruption, explosion time, you're going to decompress at least to here, so you can at least think straight. That's the Jen guarantee you get with that one. And no fee and no cost, of course. All right, so number 2 is tune in and pay attention and listen to your body, because the human body is highly intelligent and it knows exactly what it needs to heal itself. Number 3, stay hydrated, and I can't stress that enough. Water, 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 water. It doesn't matter if you put the drops in or packets, it doesn't matter. As long as you're getting the water, the fluids, the cleaner the water, the better the results. So if you can go towards a distilled, purified spring, something like that, I prefer the alkaline waters and the waters that have electrolytes in them, so I switch. And it's nice because instead of just plain water, they have a coconut one that I really love, and they're cheap at Walmart. They're 88 cents for a 20-ounce bottle. So, I drink a lot of water with electrolytes, and I drink the alkaline, at least 8.8 pH, but if you can go 9.0 or higher, that's better. Okay, number 4, get support by seeking out individuals in your spiritual communities, whether that's online or at home, to set up a network of volunteers to help assist either by email, phone, or in person if someone reaches out. So that would be, like your soul fam. Say, hey, you guys, let's exchange numbers and be on standby in case anybody needs, has a moment or something's going down and one of us has to be there. Because those of us that have been around the block a couple times, been around for a while, during these events with the chaotic energy influx, signals get crossed and the veil is very thin. So that's when a lot of lower density, darker, negative aspect energies will hop in when that, it's like guard is down, or you become a little vulnerable. Like how I mentioned, sleep paralysis can occur during lunar events. And a lot of time, the more parasitic entities, they will come in and manifest and attach during these events because it's like a easy peasy opportunity. So, people like me and us that have been there, done that, and we know like kind of what we're up against, we can help other people prepare for that. So when you go to bed that night, you don't, you know, have any kind of disturbance. We'll leave it at that. Okay, and number 5, do whatever you're able to do to lessen these effects by being easy on yourself and being gentle to yourself. Find comfort and peace in whatever way or ways that work for you. So you might want to sage your house. You might want to go to the spa and get a massage. You might want to take a bubble bath. You might want to do your nails. You might want to eat some chocolate cake and have a dessert night. Whatever. Nap. Read a book. Go swimming. I don't know. What are some relaxing things? I don't know. I never get to relax, so if someone could refresh my memory, it'd be awesome. That was half sarcasm, half truth. Okay, so the other things I've gotten, my next video, by the way, I'm going to go through a really cool breakdown of how number synchronicities can play out in your family life. And when the dots are connected, the picture that it displays and how cool it is to discover these things over time. So I'm going to do that as the topic. And let's see, anything else I wanted to tell you guys? Oh, so I said March 16th. Be on the lookout for that. Oh, and a really funny thing, I just happened to click on Leak Project's channel because I got a notification, I think it was yesterday or the day before, and Rex is calling the coronavirus the CoronaCon. I think that's great. So, this week for me, I'm doing a lot of art projects. I got out the oils, the paints, the crayons, the markers, all that, my canvas and jewelry making stuff, and I'm working on my website design and setting up my Etsy store. I am going to incorporate some gemstone crystal therapy and some astrological, cosmological instruction and things like that into my spiritual counseling practice. I haven't picked out a title per se. I can't make up my mind and I can't choose only one. It's impossible for me. So I started with the Reiki certification so that I could get my foot in the door and learn the basics of integrative Eastern philosophy, holistic medicine. So I love energy healing and clearing, but I can't say that I only want to work in a medical aspect point of view. I like the other clearing aspects and the channeling and the readings and things like that as well. So, all right, guys, I think I have talked your ears off enough for this morning. Saturday is the best for me. I try to keep it quiet and low-key on this day. I like to respect the creator, source, God, and kind of give this day and just spend some time, one-on-one. So I love you guys very much, and peace, everybody.